she didn't even come for her follow-up visit, so she must be doing well, because whenever she flares or she doesn't feel well, she would come for follow-up. But my God, I can't remember the last time she came for a follow-up. Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay, we are on. Okay, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to everyone watching us online. So we are having some warm weather today. Yes, finally. Yeah, so it's good. I think it's going to be a beautiful weekend. I hope everybody is feeling good, ready to go for the weekend. So my topic today is about letting go. We talk about building up a healthy mind, because a healthy mind will lead to a healthy body. If you have a healthy body but you don't have a healthy mind, then your body will get sick. Yes. So the healthy mind has always been our theme, and we talked about different things. And last week we talked about suffering, because there's so much suffering right now in the world, and we can't really do much, to help reducing suffering, like the war and everything. We can't. But if every one of us can work on the suffering within of us, and if everybody in this world live with peace here and know what to do to reduce the suffering of ourselves, then we know how to reduce the suffering of the things outside of us, right? So if the population, everyone in the world, live in peace without suffering, the world won't suffer. And so last week we talked about what's the first step in reducing suffering. Judy wasn't here today, but last week, and so was Dana wasn't here. But how can you remind us of what's the first step to reducing suffering within ourselves?
Well, I think it's awareness and understanding the root.
Yeah, so the first step is to return, look inside of us, return to ourselves, and then raise the awareness of what's triggering our suffering, what is causing our suffering, and then find the solution. So find the way to reduce the suffering. So let's say, someone upset us, right? It causes suffering, right? If someone else upset us, that upsetting feeling is suffering. We talked about the definition of suffering last week too. What is the definition of suffering? Huh? You feel hurt? Yes? Uh-huh. So suffering is an experience. You got to experience that. It's just not, thinking. But it is an experience of unpleasantness, of discomfort, of pain, right? So that is suffering. So when you experience those, in order to relieve your suffering, you have to know the trigger. What is triggering all you to experience that suffering? Most of the time it's unfairness. So relationship between people triggers a lot of suffering, right? People, relationship. Okay. So if you understand the reason why you suffer when you encounter that relationship, how do you reduce that suffering? What ways? You have to go and find the solution. What solution? And you've got to choose the right solution. Otherwise, if you don't, it aggravates and it increases your suffering.
You've got to figure out what's just frustration, what you allow to get to suffering. Because you can be frustrated over a lot of things, but
Yeah.
Just have to overcome the moment and not let it more.
Yeah, so now, first step is to look inside and look at the situation and recognize what causes that suffering experience to surface. But then, what is the solution? So the solution is something that will help you not to experience that, not to experience it at all. For example, if you say someone upset me, I see it, but I'm not suffering. So the solution is the skill or the method that you utilize to not allow that experience to even surface. That's the solution. Or if you have that experience inside of you, how do you do things to make it go away? So there are two things that we have to work on when we have that experience of suffering. If it's not there, not let it surface. If it's there, make it go away. But how? What concept will help us to do both of them?
I'm going to guess that it has something to do with the title of this talk today. Letting go.
Letting go. Okay, so letting go. So you have to practice letting go. Letting go of what?
Other people's anger to take it with yourself.
Remember, the experience of suffering starts where? Where does it start? So it starts here, in the mind, with a thinking process. So when you let go, what do you let go? Yes? But what caused you to suffer?
The fear of consequences.
No, I mean, let's say we're not talking about the physical pain, right? We're talking about mental pain, right? So the mental pain, the mental suffering always starts in the mind.
Understand or try to be in the whoever caused that. You have to put your in their shoes to understand why they say those things that cause you something.
Yes.
And the understanding other people, then easier to let go.
Yes. Yes. So you need to understand. You have to understand of why that person is behaving like that or saying something like that. You understand that person, because if you don't, it's very hard.
You just react.
You will react, and it is a normal human reaction. It's normal, right? But we want to raise above that, because it's normal for people to suffer. Everybody suffers, right? So you understand why. You step back and you look and you watch and you say, why does that person behave like that? Does that person have some hurt here? And how can we help instead of react? Right? So it turns us towards empathy and compassion. So then you can let go of your anger. So you change your anger or the upset sensation into compassion and, nurturing, compassion. So understanding is one. What else? What else can you do or think to help you reduce suffering or stop that from even surfacing? So your understanding is impermanence. Yes, impermanence is a concept that will help you to let go of things, because nothing lasts forever, right? Nothing lasts forever. So why get attached to it? Because one day it will be gone, and then if you're attached to it, what happens when that thing goes away?
Leaves a scar in you.
Yes.
If you let it hurt you.
Yeah. So you use the concept of impermanence. So first you raise the awareness that you're suffering right here, and then oh, I'm suffering, but I know there is this concept of impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. So why do I even become attached to that and then suffer? So that concept is one, but the suffering of the mind, it starts from the thoughts. A lot of the time is because of our beliefs. So we work on ourselves. It's our beliefs that lead us to suffer. You believe in a certain way, and you are so rigid, you're not flexible. I've got to do things this way. That person has to behave like that to me. It's all beliefs. It's all beliefs.
Gotta realize that everybody's an individual with their own things.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
but then a lot of the time it is your beliefs in here. It's not what they do. It's not what they say. It's your belief. You believe that that person is a bad person because he or she said certain things. And you believe that this person is a good person because she or he does certain things. And you raise this person up on the pedestal and you put this person down. You become judgmental. You become judgmental. You don't treat those two people the same. You don't see the lessons that each of them can teach you. So it's a beautiful concept, right? Working on ourselves, we can see how it's all in here, not a lot there. Because if you judge a person from the words that they say or the acts that they do, instantly you're not allowing yourself to get to know that person at all. And we know that everybody has this seed of goodness in here. And why are you not allowing the opportunity to find out if that person is suffering and what goodness, that good seed in that person, what is it? I want to see that. You cut yourself away from that, right? So I think, if you allow yourself to get to know everybody, then you get to learn a lot. Sometimes you need to distance yourself, yes, sometimes. But eventually, when you practice this letting go and building good relationship, I mean, if you have a relationship that causes you to have suffering, avoidance is not the answer though. I think if you work on your belief to some extent, that you come to understand, like Judy said, you come to understand that person, you can have a really good relationship, peaceful relationship with that person later on. And I said that because I've gone through that path with my ex-husband, okay? It teaches you, and I am now very grateful for the time I spent with him. Why? It taught me so many lessons that make me become who I am today, make me stronger, make me more understanding. And now I know how to work with him peacefully. I mean, before I went into mindfulness meditation and start working on the mind and all of that, every single conversation I had with him, it's like a fight. But now with what I'm trained to do and I'm training myself to do, I know what I need to say. So, and I know how to tolerate, because I'm training myself. He's not, he's not practicing meditation. So if he said something that make me upset, I see it. I see it because if he would learn the meditation, working on awareness, he wouldn't say that. So I understand that, so it doesn't make me angry anymore. I just understand, I understand that, okay, he's not aware at that moment, and but I'm glad that, through practicing, I'm able to have a good, peaceful relationship with him now, which is good for my children, good for my children. But if I didn't go into mindfulness meditation and start learning and practicing, I would be the same person. I would get upset and then just get down the rabbit hole of my strong belief that, oh my God, he should know he shouldn't say that, and he should do this and he should that. It's really all in our mind, really. I think a lot of the mental suffering is in here.
I think it's great when you can detach yourself from other people's reactions.
Yes, so you can detach, but detachment doesn't mean that you don't care.
Even if they see that as a sign of weakness from you, I think choosing not to get bothered by it matters.
Yeah. So.
Well, the best way to deal with somebody who's difficult is not to let them trigger you. It's very true.
Yeah.
Just be aware of.
But like
they're trying to do that.
I think how also encounters these situations a lot because he works with inmates, right? And when you work with inmates, if you are judgmental, you will say, "Oh my God, these people are bad people, bad, right?" That's the nature of humans. But when you become judgmental like that, you don't see the goodness in those people, and you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to get to know them and find out why that they did these things, and why are they suffering, and why, and how can we help. Most of the majority of the people would say, "Oh, I don't want to be friends with those people, they're bad," and they stop giving themselves the opportunity to help and to learn, because those people are the best teacher in the world. Do you agree? They are the best people in the world because they teach us how to develop tolerance, understanding, compassion, all of that. Without them, you won't have the opportunity to develop your compassion and understanding. They are the best teacher, and they will be your best friends if you get to know them and help them through the hard time.
If I could just add one thing on the topic of people accused of crimes, the number one thing is they want and they want do-overs. And unfortunately, that's not always possible.
Yeah.
They definitely suffer. And,
It's funny. I have a patient who's an inmate, so she would come for follow-up in shackles. Yeah, every time. And I would, I'd say she's in the jail, the condition is bad. I said, okay, as a doctor, I know these things are needed for your healing. You need comfort, right? She sleeps on concrete or whatever in there, but she has severe active arthritis. It's not comfortable. Food, bad food. I said, okay, you need nutrients, you need fruits and vegetables. So I write to the jail. I said, these are the I wrote the letter to the jail. I said, yes, and the nurse called me back. The nurse called me back, and the nurse said, Dr. Tran, I understand these are the conditions for healing, but we can't do these things in the jail. I said, I understand that, but I have to do what I have to do as a doctor. I wrote to the jail that, patient needs better mattress.
She said, I'm not getting here.
And I said, what can you do,
Yeah.
right? What can you do?
Well, you did the right thing.
Yeah, but
If we don't tell the sheriff doesn't have the excuse.
yeah, but I mean, when you get to know these people, I mean, over the years, I had how many patients who are inmates and come in shackles, and I talk to them like, I talk to them the same way. I take the same history. I do the complete examination. I do everything for them the same as everyone else. And if you are, you are willing to listen, you learn about their life story, and they want to do well. They want to be good. They have that seed of goodness in them. They just don't have the opportunity to develop them. And whatever, they don't have the environment to help them to grow. It's for them, it's just like reaction. They survival, reaction, all that. And if the society, have that attitude towards them, who's going to help them? So even in the jail, they get treated badly too. There's not this nurturing environment in the jail. How do we help these people to not suffer and allow them the opportunity to develop the good seeds that are within them? I think it's sad, but what can you do?
Some of them, they don't get a chance outside and they don't even probably know how to function outside.
And it can be very difficult to help these people. It can be very, very difficult and very tough, very tough. And that requires patience. We talked about patience last time too. Patience, intolerance, compassion. If we don't have all of that within us, we can't help another person like these inmates.
I was going to say, that's why in that population of people, alcohol and drug abuse is so,
Yeah.
because they're trying to quiet the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And that causes more suffering.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you read that book, I mentioned that book, right? That book a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, it's called well, something like meditation, Vipassana meditation in action or something like that. And in that book, the author wrote a lot of the real life stories of people using Vipassana meditation to change their lives. And in that book, there were a few stories there that talked about, inmate or criminal people who, through mindfulness practice, they become good citizens. They walked to the other side and they become good citizens, and they helped a lot of people afterwards. So, yeah. So it's always, working on ourselves, and then we can help other people. So letting go of our beliefs, and letting go what else? Letting go of what else? Sometimes, sometimes we all have that. We have that ignorance. We have the ignorance and we have the arrogance. We all have it. We all have it to some extent to another. A little too big, right? Nobody is perfect. At some point in our lives, we have experienced that. and we have practiced that. We practice the ignorance and the arrogance. So I remember something the Dalai Lama taught, that we should really think of ourselves like water. We should be water and not wood. Why? Why should we be like water?
To flow with the territory.
To flow, like being flexible. Okay. But what else water does? It flows, but what direction does it flow? It flows down. It goes to the valley. If you are water, you put yourself down. You don't think that you are better than anybody else. That's why you have to be like water. You flow down and you stay down. So that arrogance is not going to be up. What happens when you put water up on the top of the mountain? It dries out. Yeah? If you want to try and keep water up there, it dries out. It disappears. It won't survive. It won't be water anymore. So the arrogance will destroy you. The goodness in you, right? So be like water, flexible, flow, right? You always find the good way to go. And water flow past what? Obstacles. Whatever obstacle come your way, if you are like water, you will go past it easily, in peace, slowly, smoothly. But when you are like rigid, like wood, what happens? You don't bend. Strong wind come, breaks. It breaks. Obstacle come, what happens? You can't go anywhere. You get stuck. Then you suffer, right? So you have to be like water. That's the beautiful thing I learned from the Dalai Lama, be like water. But the other thing that I've learned from from some of my Vietnamese masters too, you be like water. The Dalai Lama said that you be like the earth, the soil. Why? You absorb everything without judgments. You absorb everything without judgment. But when you absorb everything, what happened to that earth? It's the most fertile. It's the most fertile soil. Right? So if you are like the earth and you absorb everything and you just, at peace with it. At peace with it. Whatever comes your way, I'm at peace with it. I absorb it like earth. I don't let it affect me. And then all of the things that come to you and you accept it with peace and you learn from that experience, you become more enriched, right? Enriched mentally. Because you develop all the good things, not the bad things, out of that experience. Yeah. So that's, just be like water and earth. Yeah. So, like I said, we talked about suffering, Luz. Yeah. And there's so much suffering going on in the world right now, but we can't do much about the war and everything, but we can do a lot within here. Because if we can reduce suffering within ourselves, then we can go out there and help other people to reduce suffering in themselves. But there has to be the correct way to reduce suffering. Yeah. And so we use all the concepts that we've learned in mindfulness meditation, compassion, impermanence, what else? Understanding, understanding other people, and forgiveness, and what else? Self-love. Now remember self-love. Self-love, you have to have self-love in order to reduce suffering, because a lot of the time you have the beliefs about yourself. You are so hard on yourself. You're frustrated with yourself. You don't like yourself, the way you look, the way you think. You're not so kind to yourself. Then you suffer. So self-love. But self-love, there is a fine line between self-love and arrogance. There's a fine line. You step over that line, you become arrogant. I've got to work on myself. Stay away from me. You can't be my friends. I've got to work on myself. That is a fine line. When you step over it, you step onto the other side and become arrogant. So you've got to have the awareness where that fine line is. When you work on yourself with self-love, but you don't push other people away from you and say, I cannot be near you because I'm working on myself. You see that? Right? So with that, I think we're going to go and do some mindfulness meditation on how to reduce suffering. Now, we talk about suffering arises within ourselves. Why does it arise? It arises because of the six senses, right? Your six senses let you know whether you suffer or not. Without the six senses, you wouldn't know that you suffer, right? If you have numbness, will you feel pain? If you don't have that sense, you won't feel pain, so you won't suffer from pain. If you lose the sense of your tongue, you wouldn't know that the food is bad. If you lose your sense of hearing, you won't hear what other people say bad about you. You won't suffer, right? So the senses, you need to work on your senses. Six senses, all of them. And what did we do about, in mindfulness meditation? We work on our senses and we raise the awareness about our senses, what we feel, what we think. And then with that awareness, we develop it. So if you are aware that you're suffering because of your senses, try to develop a method of letting go, and then reduce suffering that way. And so in this practice here, I would invite you to focus on your senses. So I'm going to do a body scan meditation today, right? At first, so we focus on the senses, go down from the head down to the toe, recognize what the senses, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the nose, the body senses, and then the later part of the meditation, I would invite you to work on your mind. That's the sixth sense. And then we work on that. When I guide you to that, I like you to do it in silence, because you need that silence to work on, to be aware of your thoughts. And if I say something, I would interrupt your your working process on your mind there. So the first part of the meditation would be the body scan. So you can just hone, return to yourself and be aware of your body sensation. Yeah, okay. So let's just assume a comfortable position. You can lay down, you can sit up. You can stretch your legs out, whatever. And start taking a few deep breaths in and out. Remember to breathe slowly and deeply, and make sure your out breath is lower than your in breath. So when you breathe in, you know that you're breathing in, and you know exactly how your breathing is happening. Is it slow? Is it deep? Is it rushed? And when you hold your breath in between in-breath and out-breath, you know how you feel with the holding. If the holding is too long and it makes you feel, uncomfortable, you let go of that holding and then you breathe out. So just do it in the way that you feel very comfortable and at peace with the process. And when you breathe out, you know exactly how you breathe out. Slow and deep. And be with your breath so that you enjoy every bit of breathing that you're doing. And just relax. Now I invite you to imagine a light source from above, or a flow of energy starting from above your head, and it is approaching down towards the top of your head. Now recognize how you feel at the top of your head. If you are aware that there is some sensation of tension on the top of your head, just let go, relax. And imagine that light source of energy flow touching your head. Imagine how it feels when that touches you. And as it flows slowly downwards, when it comes to your forehead, are you aware of what your forehead is feeling and being? If there is tension there, just relax and feel the warmth of the energy that is soaking it. Now when it comes to your eyes, how do your eyes feel? What do your eyes see? And you may see the beautiful light. It could be yellow, it could be whatever your favorite color is. In that energy source, now as it flows down a little bit further to your nose, are you aware of what you're smelling? Does this energy source has a smell to it? By now this energy is mixed in the air. That you breathe in. How do you feel when you breathe that air in? Do you enjoy taking in that air? Do you feel the lightness of the air that enters your nose and your lungs? Do you have that sensation that it is just you and the air that you breathe in this present moment? Nothing else matters. Deep breath in and slow breath out. Take your attention towards your ears. What are you hearing? Are you enjoying what you hear? Oftentimes we think that when we meditate, it has to be quiet around us. But that's not true. Because the noise around us help us to raise awareness of what we are hearing and how we interact with that. This way, we can meditate in a very, very noisy place like an airport even. Or you can meditate when other people are shouting at you, and you're able to let it go. Let it not affect you. This energy source is, or the energy flow is now coming down to your mouth. What do you feel in your mouth? What do you taste? Do you appreciate what you taste? Your mouth helps you to speak. With your awareness, what do you see yourself speaking or saying? What do you promise yourself to use your mouth to do? And if we are aware at the present moment of what we say, we will want to choose to say things that don't hurt other people's feelings. And we learn how to contain the speech that are not good for us or for other people, and let go of them. Deep breaths in, slow and deep. Slow breath out. Now follow that energy flow down to your neck and shoulders. What do you feel? Do you feel the tension of the muscles in your head, the neck, the shoulders? Can you let go of that tension and just relax? Just be in this present moment. This warm energy flow is soaking your body, flowing down slowly to your lungs and heart. What is your awareness about your lungs and your heart? How do they feel? Do you feel your heart filled up with compassion and love and care and understanding and forgiveness? And do you feel happy with that? With who you are? And let's follow the flow of the energy down to your abdomen. How do your organs feel in there? Do they feel the gratitude you have towards them? Have you been taking care of them by eating the right way? All these organs are working 24 hours a day to keep us healthy. Do we love them? Do we nurture them? Are we grateful for having them? Now let's focus on our limbs, our back, the locomotive organ. How do they feel? Let this energy source, the flow of this lightness, immerse in your body. Let us spend a few moments with each deep breath in and out to express gratitude to this body. With the promise that we'll do the best we can to look after this physical body. So that we don't suffer. physically and mentally. Now I invite you to focus on your brain, your mind. Return to yourself, return to this present moment, and start getting to know your mind and your thoughts. Recognize the positive thoughts, practice letting go of the negative beliefs, letting go of attachment to certain beliefs that may result in suffering. Return to yourself. Return to this present moment. Return to your breaths. Deep breaths in. Slow breaths out. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. Slowly open your eyes. You can now move your fingers and toes. Change position if you like. How's everybody feeling? Yes, I feel good. I feel good. I need that. Did everybody stay awake? No? Okay, so let's do some stretching. I think standing up and stretch will be good because my legs are feeling numb. Okay. Take deep breath in, bring our arms up, stretch out, and breathe out, bend down. Oh goodness, I don't know if I can bend down, my legs are so numb. Just go slowly down your legs, just stretch out your back, and then breathe in, go up to your knees. Ooh. You straighten your back this way, and then breathe out, go back down, and then breathe in, go all the way back up. Ooh, ooh. And breathe out, bring your arms down. Okay, 2 more times like that, okay? Breathe in, deep. Breathe out, go down, touch your toes. Breathe in, go back up to your knees, straighten your back. Breathe out, go walk back down to your toes. Breathe in, go up. And breathe out, bring your arms back now. And one more time. Deep breath in. And breathe out, go down to the floor. Deep breath in, go back up to the knees. Breathe out, go back down to the floor. Deep breath in, go back up, raise your arms up. And breathe out, bring your arms down. Okay. Okay. Move your legs, bend your knees a bit. Okay, and then swing. Twist your spine, work on your lower back. Pat yourself on the shoulders. Give yourself some love. Okay, and then you can do this. Look up, bend up, and down. Give yourself a hug. Okay, let's go. Walk a few rounds. Do some walking meditation. Yes, yes. I think the sun will be out later, right? Okay, so we'll go walking and raise awareness of how you walk, how you your feet touch the ground, how the body feels, how your mind is working. Okay, so let's go. Do this last round. Now let's share our experience. Today's practice and what your thoughts are.
I missed it.
You missed it. Now this is why I do it when I don't travel. This is my time. That's my, it's good to meditate. It's good to be with the people, yeah, and have conversations. So yeah, and it reminds me, it helps to have conversations and discussion. I have to mentally prepare for the session. And I learn from you all too, and when I ask questions and you give me the answers, and sometimes I may not have the answer that you give, so I learn. Yep. So how was it for you, Judy, today? Yeah.
It's like, let them go. Like to me, like I have a couple of things that's stressing my mind, like family members, about things around.
Yeah.
Try to let them go, so like slowly, go from little at a time.
Yeah.
So not stressing.
Right.
I get stressed easy. Used to be not, but sometimes
Yeah.
I shouldn't be that way. So like
Yeah.
again, awareness.
Right.
Aware that that is too much. No, that is not good. So I can slowly take care of things instead of just like, whoa, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Kind of like worried and stressed out.
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Meditation, like you really kind of remind you, like, hey, when you do once a week meditation, what is it for? Like that's in my mind. And kind of training myself, like, okay, now do one thing at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's helping. It's like every week come in here, like if I can, like it's just reminding. Okay,
Yeah.
I do this is what I need to do.
I think meditation is very helpful, especially when it comes to confrontation, which I experienced that recently. Confrontation, and that's it. If you come across a person who is confrontational, what do you do? What do you do in that situation?
I think it's every time I get to a situation like this and I get worked up about something, I'm thinking in the back of my mind is that I'm punishing myself, actually.
Yeah.
I don't punish that person. I just punish
Exactly.
myself with those feelings.
You suffer first.
Yes.
You suffer first. Yeah. And I just, I can't now. My thinking is that when you have a confrontational person in front of you, my way of dealing with it is not to argue. It's not about a fight, whether I win or that person wins, who is right, who is wrong. I say, oh no, I just take myself away from that. Let that person think, let me think. We have the space, we have time to think, and then we can talk after that. But I don't do, it's not in my habit to fight. Sometimes I do fight with Hal, and I want to win, right? but when I want to win, who suffer? I feel bad afterwards. I suffer first. I don't know if he suffers or not, but I am the one who suffers because I get all of that anger inside of me and not feeling good.
Quiet.
Yeah.
I just go quiet and try not to.
Yeah.
My husband is the kind that will non-stop remind me things that I have to do, or he points out things that I have to do, and it's always that first feeling like, I already know that. So I figure out that it's a lot easier to say, sure, because the next second I forget about it, but that's a different story. Instead of arguing it, it's always not. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But today, no suffering, because we're going to celebrate couple
Well,
days
no, it's not my birthday. No.
Happy birthday!
So, my birthday, my birthday on my birth certificate, right? I don't even remember. He was telling me last night, and I said, "My birthday? What?" I keep thinking it's only March 1st.
Well, this is the first day of spring, and I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing flowers start to bloom.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of green.
It's about time.
And yeah, it is
Yes.
about time. And so, yeah, her official birthday is March 20th.
That's
So we're a
On
couple days
paper.
early, but
Spring girl.
It's right.
but if those watching were here, they
Yeah.
could enjoy some tiramisu cake. But they're not here. So too bad. You're gonna slap.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about sharing experience. I was going around the circle here. So, how was it for you,
Awesome.
Dana, after a long break from
And I
meditation?
really miss it.
Mhm.
It's just not always find the time. I wish I would, but with kids,
Yes, I know. Yeah, you do what you
it's
can.
always something.
Yeah.
But it feels good. Wish I
Yeah.
could come more often.
Yeah.
But it feels like every time I meet with you, I get more calm and more.
Yeah. As long as you practice every day, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
It's good to let go of things.
Let
and
go.
just-
Letting go.
But I do think that you have to love yourself first to be able to love others.
Mm-hmm.
And to understand yourself to be able to understand others.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's no way.
Does that mean that if you don't love yourself, you can't love the other people?
I think so.
No.
Yeah, there are people
To
that
some
don't-
extent, you can still love, right?
Yes.
Because,
But if you don't have love in your heart for yourself, you don't really
Yeah.
know how to give it to others.
yeah, you can't give the best.
It's something.
Yes.
It's
You-
something
you
different.
give, but-
Yeah. It's a selfishness. Don't really love yourself and try to love someone else. I think it manifests in a more
You gotta
needy way,
Yeah.
selfish way.
Mm-hmm.
make peace with yourself, then
Yeah.
you have the peace to
Right.
understand
Uh-huh.
others.
Yeah.
Come from a different source.
Yeah.
It's like an infant. An infant doesn't really have self-awareness, but it knows its mother because it's
Yeah. Yeah. It's when we have these discussions, it can go very deep, right? It can go on and on and on. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So in one session, we can't really say all about it. And,
It's good to start your thinking.
yeah. Self-love. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming back, and make time for us. Yeah. How about Luz?
Luz learns a lot every time it reminds me.
Yeah.
I think today I learned. I didn't learn. I remind myself,
Mhm.
but I need to be more quiet.
Uh-huh.
Need two legs for them.
Yeah.
John is 29.
Yeah.
Really is not.
Right. Yeah. Listen. Sometimes you just need to listen and not talk back and not say anything. Yeah.
I keep working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
it's normal then because you don't want your kids to suffer on decisions. Maybe decisions that you've been through yourself. Share that.
And the best teacher is when they hit their own head, then they know.
Yeah.
You
They
can tell them, but
they're going
until
to
they
learn
hit
by
their
their
head,
own mistakes, by their own experience, right?
Yeah,
Like you said.
they won't take it from.
Uh-huh.
My 12-year-old thinks she knows it all. I can't tell her anything.
Uh, yes.
Getting to use more myself.
Yes.
Being more flexible, wire.
Yeah.
Just a rock.
You're the rock or the wood.
Yeah.
The rock or wood, and so rigid in your way, and you don't bend and you don't flow with other people so much. Sometimes give way is good. Just give way. Yeah. Sometimes losing is good for you, right? Let other people win. Like that. So, yeah. But inside your head, you know what's going on. That's all it matters. Inside your head, you don't need to let the world know what you're thinking, and you don't have to prove that you right. You don't need to. There's no
Sometimes
need.
you have to accept that we're not always right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not, I mean, I feel like I'm not right if I'm just
Uh-huh.
right.
Yeah.
To make people understand. And what?
Yeah.
Because they're in a different situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm learning. Yes.
Yeah.
It is really good to remind myself.
Monkey brain, yes. What is a calm mind? That just came up when I was meditating just now. What is a calm mind?
No, I want to learn. What is?
What is a calm mind? When we talk about keeping calm. What is a calm mind? What does it look like? What does it behave like? In this present moment, when you have a calm mind, and when you get a calm mind is when you really achieve meditation. When you don't have a calm mind, you're not in the meditative state yet. Truly, the true meditative state. Because what we learn now is just the first step, the beginning step to get deep into meditation. When you get into the true meditative state, you get into a calm mind. But what is that? Did we ever achieve that?
I think the calm mind is that period of time between when you fall asleep and you start. So
but then you are not aware. Are you aware in that moment when you fall asleep? You lose your awareness though. Yeah, then your unconscious mind take over.
You might be aware.
You might be aware some. Yeah.
I heard a really interesting thing that said that the meditative state is like when you run for a bus or a train and you get on this point where you're supposed to be to get on it, and you know you're there, you don't have to worry about it anymore. You just wait for it to come. So that moment is when you're at peace.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about anything.
You caught the bus.
Yeah, you're there. So you don't have to worry not making it or anything. It's
To me, I imagine the surface of a pond or a lake, and our mind is like that. It's always filled with little ripple all the time, right? The surface of the ocean or the pond is never still. There is always some movement, little or big. And then we have what is that? Waves, big waves. That's when our mind is like monkey mind. Right? So what is a calm mind if you compare your mind to that surface of the lake? When there's complete peace, no movement whatsoever, no thoughts. Like the mind doesn't even exist. The mind does not work at that time. I think that's the complete state of calmness.
That's a thing for men, not for women.
It's really hard to get there because your mind constantly is either or you still think, but
a calm mind for me is like, I wake up in the morning. She's not awake yet, but we're still there together. That's, of course, I don't want to get out of bed at that point. That's just really nice, it's calm. And guess that's attachment too.
Yeah. But in that, there is a different degree of calm, right? There's always a different degree of anything,
Yeah.
even sweet. The sweet taste, there's a different degree of sweet, very sweet, little light sweet, bitter, very bitter, not so bitter. Calmness is the same, I think. Calm, like Hao said, that is some degree of calmness there where there are thoughts still occurring, but it's calm thoughts, peaceful
think
thought,
it's-
loving thought, all of that. But when there's no thought, that is the absolute calmness. Can you get yourself into that state where there's no thought? Still. Everything is still.
For you married ladies, maybe it's the easiest to appreciate your husband.
Unless if you reminds they say, oh, okay, he's losing time again. He's asleep. He's not doing anything.
or when he snores loudly and you can't sleep.
Keeping me awake now.
Well, I heard I wasn't snoring anymore, so I'm happy about that.
Well, you know that ozone, the ozone therapy, he sleeps so well and he doesn't snore without the CPAP. Without the CPAP, oh my God! I used to wake him up. This one he doesn't like wearing the CPAP, and I would be falling asleep. The moment I was falling asleep, he snore, and then I wake up, and so I got woken up. So I have disruptive sleep because of his snoring, and so I would wake him up and say, "Put your CPAP on. I can't sleep. My God, this past week he doesn't put the CPAP on. I slept through the night, not got woken up. So the IV ozone helps his snoring. I don't know. I'm going to look and see if there's a study out there that says IV ozone helps his sleep. I gave him the IV ozone because he had retinal detachment, and I want to help him heal fast.
Did that help?
It does. I mean, as I'm sitting here now, I can see Louise, like from about the chest up.
Yeah.
Now she's in, it's not a clear picture. As my eye pulls back with fluid.
Yeah. But yeah.
So it's.
But that's an
speedier this time
observation.
than last.
I mean, observation. He has been sleeping without the CPAP and not snoring, not holding his breath. So that's just,
And Judy tells me I've lost weight, so maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah, because it makes your cells work more efficiently, so you burn fat. Everything works better. The mitochondria work better too.
So
yes. Well, with
tiramisu
that,
is waiting.
yes. Okay. With that, we'll end this, and I thank you all for joining me today, and I wish everybody a very peaceful, beautiful, happy weekend. Enjoy it. Namaste. Yeah. All right.
Everybody says that those sounds like blue sound